Hey guys, what's up? So today is my actual birthday. I'm filming this on February 11th, but you guys are gonna watch it way after. And today I'm hosting a little tea party at my house, and it's a vintage tea party, so I told everyone to pick their favorite decade and come dressed inspired by that decade. I chose the 1900s, so I'm going for a Gibson girl look. I'm inspiring myself from the Edwardian era, so basically that would mean no makeup. But I want to look cute, so I'm going to do a no makeup look, and I'm going to go for freckles because I'm going to be wearing a very ginger wig. As you can see, I've got the light contacts in already. So yeah, I'm going to start my transformation into a ginger Gibson girl, and I'm going to do the freckles today with a different technique. I've never showed this before here. I'm going to be using an airbrush to do them, mainly because I just took an airbrush class, so I have that still very fresh in my mind, and I just wanted to try it out. So I'm just going to get straight into it. I kind of have to run because I'm baking things right now, so I have to keep an eye on them, and I have to get my house ready, so I'm just gonna dive straight into it. But before I begin, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, so to prep my skin, I'm going to be using the Laura Sanchez Martini Prep and the Milk Makeup Blur Stick because I do have combination skin, so I want to make sure all my dry areas are moisturized with the Martini Prep, and all my oily areas are mattified with the Blur Stick. Oh, I hear the oven give me a warning that it's a minute away from beeping. I just baked some vegan banana bread. Hopefully it came out good. I've never used flax eggs before. And then I'm also going to bake some cookies later on. The dough is in the fridge right now so I can cut it properly. Next up, I'm going in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal Yellow Corrector. And I still want to make this look super natural, so I'm going to use the least amount of product that I can get away with. I'm probably not going to put anything on my forehead. As you can see, my skin is pretty clear. Oh, that's my oven. Thank dog. And then I'm just going to blend that in with my finger while my oven beeps. But I want to blend this before I go check on my banana bread. So once that's all blended in, I'm just going back in to any areas that I think need a tiny bit more correcting. And I'm also not going to worry about my blemishes too much because I am going to be adding fake freckles, and those usually cover up blemishes pretty well. So I just want the most natural looking skin. I want people to think that I'm not wearing makeup, but I still want to hide my dark circles. But I'm gonna be wearing way less concealer today than I typically do because I won't be wearing eyeshadow, I don't think. So I want kind of the darkness around my eyes to kind of act like eyeshadow. So I'm just concealing like in the crease area, but I'm leaving that darkness close to my lashes so that it kind of acts as if I've got a little bit of shadow going on. I want to get this inner corner here just to brighten that up. And that usually helps with brightening the eye area a lot without looking too overdone. Then for my skin, I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Sunshine Skin Tint. And you guys know this. This is like my favorite skin product at the moment. I'm going to be using considerably less than I normally use. Even though this is a tint, I might not put any on my forehead. We'll see. And I'm just kind of tapping it into my skin to blend it out. And this is just going to give me really light coverage, but because it is an oil-based tinted moisturizer, you see it gives that beautiful sheen on the skin. And I'm so happy that my skin is looking this good right now. I have been working really hard at it. I've been really consistent with my skincare regimen, which I promise I will talk to you guys about it. Yeah, I'm not going to put anything on my forehead. I might just put a little bit more around my lips and just pat away. So that's all I need foundation-wise, because I am going to go in with a little bit of concealer, and I'm using the Milk Makeup Flex Concealer in the color Vanilla. And I'm just going to use a tiny bit of that wherever needed. So I am going to conceal my under eye darkness, but I'm not going to use tons of product. And I'm not taking it all the way to my lash line. I'm keeping that darkness there. I generally take my concealer all the way up to my lash line, but today I'm leaving that be. If I had airbrush foundations, I'd probably do my foundation with an airbrush right now, but just because I'm on that airbrush kick, but I don't, so I won't. Again, just very minimal product and just blending it into the skin with my fingers. This is the type of makeup that you conceal everything that you need to conceal, but it's done in a way that people think that 1, you're not wearing makeup, and 2, you have amazing skin. Anytime I do my skin like this in a more minimalist way, where you can still see the skin peeking through, but everything is very much concealed, people tend to compliment my skin, and I'm just like, I've got tons of makeup on, you have no idea. Because it just looks natural, it looks nice, you know? Just looks like you take really good care of your skin. Can't believe I don't have like anything on my forehead and it looks this good. That makes me really, really happy. Oh, I am gonna conceal, whoa, that is way too much, the redness around my nose, because I do get pretty red. That's about it. Then I might add just a touch more under my eyes. Okay. And it's important to get that inner corner right there. That'll brighten up the eyes quite a bit. See? Once that's done, I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Blur and Set Matte Loose Setting Powder in the color Light, and I'm going to lightly dust that under my eyes to set. Just taking it on a brush. Then I'm also setting my eyelids. Oh, I think the banana bread's about ready. Then I'm going to set around my nose because that's where I get really oily. I'm also going to set my forehead. Now, I'm not going to add any bronzer, but I will do a tiny bit of contouring. Just the tiniest bit. Using the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in the color Blaze. Now, this is their darkest color. My banana bread's done. Hold on. Nope, it still needs another 5 minutes. Anyway, what I was saying is, this is their darkest color, so to me it doesn't work as a bronzer, it works as a contour color. And I'm just going to take the tiniest amount and do the tiniest bit of contouring, just to give my face a little bit more definition. As you can see, I'm using barely any product, but it still makes a difference. And that's the key with no makeup looks, is using the bare minimum amount of product and still achieving good results. Then I'm also going to use a tiny bit to contour my nose. Now this is obviously optional, I just have a thing with contouring my nose. Then I'm also going to contour around my forehead, because she's a 5-head. Then a tiny bit on my chin. And then I'm going to take the excess that's on my finger and just run it right along my lashes, or rather the top lash line. Okay, so my banana bread is out of the oven. It smells delicious. Hopefully it tastes delicious too. Now I find the blush that on me looks most natural, looks most like my natural flush, is the Kaja Beauty blush in the color Koi. And it is also the cutest thing because it has a little heart applicator. It's a cushion blush. So I'm just going to take that and blend with my fingers. And this color on me just looks like my natural flush. Like if I were to work out and get really red, or if someone were to make me blush, this is the color I get. So this is like my perfect no makeup blush. And I'm concentrating it on the apples of my cheeks and kind of bringing it up close to my eye. Just really applying it to this entire area, because that's how you would generally flush naturally. It's on the entire cheek, but mostly on the apple of the cheek. It can be irregular, it can be a little splotchy. It doesn't have to be like a perfect blush application. I'm also bringing it close to my nose. I just legitimately look like I have really good skin right now. That's what this looks like, and that's what I'm trying to achieve. So, and then I'm also going to take some onto my chin, just a tiny bit, and onto the tip of my nose. Now we're pretty much done with skin except for the freckles, obviously, but I'm going to move on to eyebrows because I do have to look like I actually have eyebrows today. So I'm just going to pretend that I haven't tried to do my brow twice already and failed miserably. Take 3. I'm going to take the Milk Makeup Cush Brow in the color Haze. This is their blonde one. And I'm going to run it through my little brow hairs, really spiking them up. Then I'm going to take the NYX Brow Gel in the color Blonde. I'm going to use that to draw little tiny hairs. Then I'm going to take my alcohol activated palette. This is the Blood and Grime palette from Real Creations Inc. And I'm going to take the color Deep Brown, this one right here. I'm going to use that very lightly to draw little hair strokes. Hey, that's not horrible. I think I figured out how to do these brows because I was having such a hard time, but I was also not using this brush. So that might have been what was getting in my way. And I definitely have some mascara on my skin, so I'm gonna clean that up a little bit. If you have brows, if you're not like me, I'd say just run a tiny bit of brow mascara through them to make them look really bushy. I'm just cleaning up whatever excess product I don't want with a little makeup remover on a Q-tip. I'm doing my brows extra bushy because tweezing your eyebrows wasn't really in fashion until the 20s, maybe the 10s, but before that, not so much. So I'm going for that really outgrown look. Can't believe that my eyebrows are finally done. I guess third time is the charm. Now I know I shouldn't be wearing mascara, but honestly, I don't really give a shit. I still want to look cute. So I'm going to be wearing brown mascara today, and I'm going to go in with the CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast. And I'm just going to apply that as normal. This mascara is brown, but it's looking kind of dark. But it does definitely look lighter than black mascara. So just really want to look cute, and it photographs better if your eyelashes are accentuated. I am going to be taking photos and all that jazz, so still want to look cute. And I'm also going to apply it on my bottom lashes. Oh, got some on my skin. If you get mascara on your skin, don't worry, just wait for it to dry, because if you try to take it off while it's still wet, it's just going to smudge. So wait for it to dry, and then you can just go in with a dry Q-tip and just wipe it off, and that usually does the trick. This mascara does look pretty natural, and it's not clumpy or anything. It's just lengthening. It's not too volumizing either, so it does still look pretty natural. Just gives a nice little touch to the eyes. So as I said, I waited for it to dry. I just have a dry Q-tip and off it goes. So that's the makeup done. I'm going to apply a little bit of lip balm. I'm going to try the Tatcha Plum Blossom lip balm. It's the Camellia lip balm, and it's got tint to it, so I don't want anything crazy, but a little bit of color. Ooh, it smells nice. A little bit of color is nice, but I still want to keep it natural. So there. That's just a little bit of color. Now for the fun part. For my freckles, as I said, I'm going to be using an airbrush to do them. I'm going to be using the Pache H airbrush gun. It is a single action. If you guys are interested in learning more about airbrush and want me to do a dedicated video for that, please let me know, and I'd be happy to do one. So I'm not going to get too much into the whole mechanics and all that. I'm just going to use it and show you guys how to do it. So there goes the compressor. I'm going to turn my pressure way down. So normally you'd airbrush at around 20. I'm going below 10. Because I want the paint to splatter. So I'm turning the pressure way down, and I'm opening the needle as far as I can open it. And for the freckles, I'm going to be using the Temp2 Dura airbrush paints. These are alcohol-based paints. I'm going to mix, I think, 2 colors. This is the 334 True Henna, and this is 012 Espresso. And the Espresso by itself is really, really orange, and the True Henna by itself is really, really dark. Be sure to shake all your airbrush colors really, really well. And I'm just adding a few little drops. Don't need a lot at all. So my pressure is actually around 10. And I have my needle open to the maximum aperture, and I'm just gonna... I think my gun might be clogged. Okay, so it's working when I do it on my hand, but then when I do it on my face, it's not... think it's the angle I'm holding it at. There we go. So I'm getting tiny little splatters. Let me move closer. Okay, so something's going on with my airbrush and this isn't working as well as I expected it to. Oh boy. So these freckles are like super, super tiny. I might actually have to go in manually and draw some other freckles. These are like super tiny. And I find that I kind of have to shake my airbrush to get the paint to go through because the pressure is just so low. I want to do freckles kind of all over my face, on my eyes, on my lips, everywhere. As you can see, I'm starting to look real freckly, but I do want some bigger freckles here and there, so I am going to go in and draw them. Whoops. If you get a splotch like this, you can just clean it up. I take a bit of my foundation and then just pat it on top. There, good to go. Oh, bigger freckles are starting to come out now for some reason. All right. Okay, now I'm pretty freckly, but I do want some slightly bigger freckles as well. So I'm gonna take the NYX Eyebrow Marker in the color medium. This is how I usually do my freckles. You guys have seen me do this a few times, but I'm just gonna take that and I like to dot it around and then tap so that it's not so harsh. These other freckles, some of them are pretty harsh. So you can just take a tiny, tiny bit of foundation and just tap over them a little bit just to bring them down a touch. I also like doing multiple colors of freckles because it just looks more natural that way. And this is the makeup done. I'm just gonna go ahead and put on my wig and outfit and I'll be back. So this is the finished look. I added some flowers to my hair. If you can hear all the noise in the background, it's because the party's already started. Earlier, before I got into this getup, I had to finish getting the party ready and then people started arriving. And now I finally had a little bit of time to sneak in here and say goodbye to you guys. But everyone is out there eating, drinking tea, having fun, and I want to go join them. So, but I did want to show you the finished look. I styled this wig by myself. I did a kind of shitty job. It didn't turn out the way I wanted it to, but it's fine. It's okay for what it is. Yeah, this was a Goodwill shirt that I sewed some lace onto it, and that's pretty much it. I feel very cute, and I am very oily right now, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm gonna go join my friends. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.